Well, good evening and welcome to the American SimRacing League's Elite Series. Tonight we're at Bristol Motor Speedway. And in the booth tonight, it's just Vern. Oh, I got to find my... There we go. Got to get in the Discord channel too. Forgot all about that, so we're going to do that right now. So now we're in Discord, and we're live in a broadcast of the race here, and roughly 7.5 minutes left here in the warm-up session. I hope you are ready for excitement tonight. That's right, because we are at Bristol Motor Speedway. You've probably seen it in the description, and that is where we are at. So it's going to be exciting. It's short track, half-mile high bank, and it doesn't get any better than this. You're watching the group of drivers that are capable of tackling Bristol Motor Speedway and making it a great race and a great show for you to tune into tonight. And when I look at these schedules, you know, this schedule in particular for American SimRacing League, I look at these short tracks, but this one's special. The high bank at Bristol just makes for great racing. And let's take a look here. Maybe we can see, I don't know, weather maybe or something. I just don't know. What's the weather here? So we got an air temp of 82 degrees Fahrenheit, a track temperature of 94 degrees. So pretty warm racetrack out there for these drivers tonight. Taking a look at some of these guys sitting on pit road. They are in a warm-up session. We're going to find a driver to interview in the booth, and I might have found one. So let me see if I can find him down here. Landon Cardullo, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Sure do.
How's that 13 car feel out there tonight?
It feels, I don't know. It feels good, feels slow, feels tight, feels loose, you know, I'm feeling everything, but I think we got a shot here to at least get some good points.
Well, at Bristol, I think if it's feeling tight and loose, that means you got a pretty good handling race car, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the biggest thing here is just kind of stay out of everybody else's mess and try to escape with a clean car, but with the way that this track is, it's really easy to get into the wall or spin yourself out, so gotta be on your toes.
Yeah, I definitely hear that, and puts on an exciting show, though, and I know that you guys are going to put one on here tonight for the fans. Landon, do you have anybody you want to give a shout-out to before the race starts here tonight?
Yeah, I want to shout out everybody who watches and supports Jonathan Byer Racing, my girlfriend, my grandparents, my teammates for sure, because they help me a lot. Don't know if we're going to be getting the full crowd today, but I got Jacob here, so he'll help me out, and that's pretty much it.
You got a good short track tonight, and we wish you the best of luck out there, Landon, so go get them, buddy.
I appreciate it.
All righty. Well, hopefully we'll get you in here after the race, too.
I hope so.
Yeah, we'll do a dual interview with you tonight.
Sounds good.
All right, Landon, good luck, buddy.
Thank you.
So Landon Cardullo right there in the booth, driver of that 13 car. He's sounding pretty good. Might be a little bit of confidence right there for that driver tonight. So we will wish him the best of luck, and I'm sure every one of you that tune in that are fans of the driver of the 13 car, you're on the same page as me here. Another driver, that 12 car, Cody Williams. I don't know if I get to talk about this driver enough. But he is an actual friend of mine, and I've known him on iRacing for quite a while. So really good to see that 12 car out there, and I'm pretty sure he's got some new sim racing equipment, because he used it to kick my butt the other night, but we'll have to see how that works out for this driver right here, Cody Williams, tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway. But, man, I'm excited. I hope you fans are too. That, you know, tuning in here to the broadcast tonight. Short track racing at Bristol. Does it get any better? That's the question. Does it actually get any better than this? Probably only if we had our butts in a real seat, right? If we were, I don't know, if I was actually up in the broadcast tower, or we're just going to say that I am, and we're going to pretend that you're one of these people right here, one of the fans in the seat tonight. Because I assure you these drivers are going to put on a show, and you won't know the difference between real and virtual racing. Tempers flare in real racing on short tracks, and it's no different in virtual racing. So, and the excitement when you pull off a win here at Bristol Motor Speedway, well, that's real too. So Bristol brings virtual racing to reality, literally. I do want to thank all of you guys and gals that join us week in and week out. Real good to see you in the chat there, Jessica. Where is Todd at? Let's find him on the track here. 21 car right there. He's got a little dent in the bumper, but don't worry, it's only warm-up. So he's gonna get a fresh repaired car when we start the race here. But I'll tell you, it is Bristol, and who knows? Will there be any straight cars when we get the checkered flag tonight? We're going to find it all out. I mean, that's what we're here to do. We're going to find that out. We're going to find out who's going to win it. I don't know that it'll be a domination, but somebody's going to win this thing, right? I think I got message on Chase situation here, because we're getting to that point in the season where these drivers got to pay attention to points. They really do. And we're at the point now where they really got to pay attention to it. And I'm looking at the top 12 and a couple of guys that are sitting just outside the top 12 in points here. Top of the board, though, for all the 73 fans, I see Joseph McWhorter up there. So good news for you this point in the season. And he's got a couple of wins to go with it. But another driver with a couple of wins, Johnny Avila in the 63 car. So he's sitting on P2 on the points. Steve Yenish in the 27 car in P3. And that's John Sanu getting loose, and the checker flag is out. We got Jesse Bunnell, Todd Cray, Bentley Glaser, Tyler Seville, Hunter Waters, Jeff Yenish, Justin Gann, Jason Day, and Richard Holland. Holland sitting on the bubble, though, in the top 12. And I think we're going to start gridding up now. We're going to get ready to go racing. So a couple drivers that need to pay attention, and more than a couple. Jerry Cochran, the third, on the outside looking in right now. Adam Matz, another driver, just on the outside and 14th in points. And he's looking in, so got to get some stuff happening, and I'm going to get some stuff happening because we got a starting grid to go through. Starting P1 on the field tonight. You're going to see the driver of that 30 car, and that might be 2 weeks in a row that he put at P1, but Justin Gann, nonetheless, starting first here. Starting second to his outside, great qualifying effort for this driver. That's going to be that 97 of Levi Allen. Starting third tonight for the Todd Cray fans. There's a 21 car, Todd Cray, and his outside. And fourth, you're going to find Bentley Glaser in the 24 car. Starting fifth tonight, 13 car, we had him in the pre-race interview. Landon Cardullo, and his outside in sixth, a guy looking for a great run, good starting spot. That's going to be the number 72 of Jerry Cochran. You're going to find Adam Matz in the 9 car in 7th, and at his outside in 8th is going to be the 85 car of Jacob Zala. Starting 9th tonight's going to be that 75 of Chuck Sweeting, and to his outside in 10th you're going to find a bootlegger, Tommy Haynes, in the 17 car. Starting 11th tonight, Fans of the 73, Joseph McWhorter. He'll be in the 11th starting position. The 96 of Jesse Bunnell to his outside in 12th. Levi Poland's 91 car right there is going to make up the 13th starting spot. And in 14th will be Dwayne Hunt in the 19 car. And I skipped past it on there, but I got the order right in my head, so we're good. John Sanu is, I don't know what happened, but a little blink a couple of times. So John Sanu's right there in the 86 car in 15th. And Jason Day is going to be to his outside in the 52 car, starting 16th. 17th tonight's going to be the 11 of Tyler Seville. I don't know if it's iRacing server on my end, but I'm sure it'll get straightened out. And his outside is going to be the 40 car, starting 18th, Charlie Woods. 19th tonight, you'll see the 89 car, Jeff Yunish, and his outside in 20th. It's going to be his brother right there, Steve Yunish, in the 27 car. 21st tonight, Patrick DeSalinier in a 93, and his outside in 24th is going to be Ray Polking, starting 22nd in the 46 car. Stephen Ayers Jr. will be starting 23rd, and his outside in 24th is going to be Gary May in the 5 car. Hunter Waters in the 25th starting position. And you got Kyle Bromer to his outside in 26th in the 90. Thomas McBride starting 25th or 27th, and 28th is going to be the 12 of Cody Williams. And then bringing up that's actually Cody bringing up the rear of the starting grid here. We're going to get to the front because we're green flagging racing just like that. So hopefully we get this server thing straightened out here. Whether it's on my end or not, gonna drive me nuts tonight. But your leader right now, that 97 of Levi Allen, what a great start he got at the start of this thing. Gann sitting back in second, and Gann's got company, the 21 of Todd Cray right there. So Todd Cray putting a little pressure on her early here, lap 3. And I'm registering to drop frames, and I don't know what's going on with my connection here. Everything looked good, and it was green and working good, but I think it'll straighten itself out. Just be patient. I will. We got a ways to go. 200 laps here at Bristol Motor Speedway tonight. So 200 laps is going to be about 100 miles. And we've been clean and green since the start of this thing. I'm going to go back one more. We're going to find Bentley Glacier in the 24 car. You see Bentley right there. He's working in the, actually the 3rd position right now. So Todd Cray losing a couple of spots. You see Landon Cardulo's 13 car working on the high side. He's trying to get that spot from Todd. And Cardulo's going to get it. Todd's going to back up there to the clutches of the 72 car, and that'll be Jerry Cochran III. So we have clearly got some racing going on at the short track. And whatever's going on with my connection, I'm sure it will straighten itself out. I have no other devices connected to this network right now. And I'm not entirely sure that it's on my actual end. That's the other thing about it. 85 car is Zala, and I may actually have to. I'm going to try shutting the live stream down. Not your live stream. You're still going to see it, but I won't be able to see the chat for a little bit. I want to see if that's causing an issue here tonight. If that straightens it out, I'll have to see. I'll pull the chat up actually on my phone, so we can do that. That way you can still type in the chat and I can see it. And if it fixes our problems here with the flashing and the blinking, well, that'll be a good thing for all of us. And so far it seems to have corrected it. We'll get back to the results page in the camera here. You can see the ticker going across your screen, but I'm going to change it up here a little bit at Bristol. We're going to go right there. Put it on the left side. That's right. So you can see where your favorite driver's at and pay attention to the position right next to him there. Is the camera causing the issue? Well, I don't know, because I'm on the same camera angle. And I literally shut the live stream off where I was watching it on my computer, and it corrected the issue. So it was a problem with having the live stream open. I know that ATVO has done some updates, and I downloaded a new update last week and then again this week. And there might be a little bit finicky with that area and the cameras, but I think we're good to go now. I don't think we're going to have any more problems. So we'll take a look at some different camera views, though. That's going to be a little bit broader look at the field right here as we're sitting back here at the 96 car, Benell. And he's around the 12th position, so in front of him you can see the Oh, we got a car in the wall, 73 car, outside wall. McWhorter. And he's dropping back, losing some positions right here. We're going to dial it in. A little bit of damage on the back of the car and on the right side, so it's going to cost him a little as McWhorter's going to lose some spots, fall back to the 27th position. So that driver, the 73 car, is going to have a little bit of work to do here tonight. As I go back in second place to the 30 car, Justin Gannon. Levi Allen's 97 car, he's got a little bit of breathing room. Yeah, I've seen that before too, Mad Dog Gamer, and I messed with the cameras first, and I couldn't correct it, so the only other thing I knew to do was to shut some of the stuff I had running down to see if it solved it, and it seems to have fixed it for now, so we're just gonna keep it all held together. Watch that field come around here. Get the sounds cranked up a little bit here for you. That way you can hear the cars, see your favorite drivers. We'll work on some through the fields. And the problem is I can't get to my phone to look at some of the history here. I got the stream and the chat going there, so great racing here. We're up there with the leader, but we're going to cruise back to third. 24 car, Bentley Glacier. Having a good run here so far. Driver we talked to pre-race, 13 car right here, Landon Cardullo. And the 21 car, Todd Cray, I think he's found his footing. I really do. 21 car looked to be falling back earlier, but I'll tell you, he's got her up there almost to the bumper of that 13 car now. And Todd Cray is a driver that knows his way around most racetracks, so it's no surprise to see him find out where he needs to be and go, and that's the 73 car going a lap down. Ooh, I think there's a little damage on that 73 car. He's sitting in the 28th position. He's now a lap down, and there's contact. And I think this might bring us out a caution flag. So caution number 1 is going to wave at Bristol Motor Speedway for the American Racing League's Elite Series. And we're gonna just kick it back with the cameras here. Go 10, 20 seconds, and wow. You close so quick off these corners, so watch the 73. Outside line, and that's just quick closure rate in the corners. Contact right there in the 85 car. Zala is going to take the real short end of that one. He's going to make heavy contact with the inside wall, and I'm going to watch him back up here because that looked a little scary too. I'm not going to make that up. It did look a little scary, but he's missing the front end of that car. And I'm sure he'll take it to the attention of his pit crew, where they will get all the duct tape out from their pits and probably a couple of pits beside them. And they'll try to get that car tape back together. So we're going to go back to the ticker at the top of the board here. You can see where your driver's at on the track. I'm kind of reading a little bit on here. And I'll tell you, I'm going to look through the field, but we got 28 cars that took the green flag here tonight. But I don't see last week's winner in here. So that's odd. Reese Schaefer made his debut last week and ended up winning at Kentucky, but I do not see him in the field here at Bristol Motor Speedway tonight. Oh, it's okay, Macaulay. I seen you had some stuff going on earlier, so no harm, no foul, no problem. Had a few flashes and glitches early on in the stream, but it looks like we got it settled down now. Everything's working right, and stream's up and going strong. 29 laps in to the 200-lap race here at Bristol Motor Speedway with the American Sim Racing League's Elite Series. Yeah, bit the 73 right there for sure. And man, these are tracks that luck is everything. when you get to a short track like Bristol, and even Martinsville's another one, you got to be lucky enough to have a car at the end. Honestly, you do. And if you're lucky enough to have a car at the end, well, then you can go battle for the win. And that's basically the only way you can do it. And sometimes these are tracks that, especially if it gets down to a one-groove situation, that you pressure the guy in front of you and you hope he makes a mistake or she makes a mistake, and you can get the position. But makes it very interesting. But I've seen Bristol multiple grooves where you can run the bottom side, the top. The racing gets better, and you kind of change out where you run based on your tire wear, honestly. As we're looking at the field right here, getting ready for a restart. Right up there in the front row, 97 car, Levi Allen, 30 car, Justin Gann, Landon Cardulo, Bentley Glacier, second row. Good restart for the race leader right here on lap 31. He's going to easily get out front. Gann's going to be in a battle for second. Look at Landon Cardulo and the 13 car working the high side. Cardulo doing it like a pro tonight. Gann's going to fall in line in the third spot. Bentley Glacier, I thought he might try to take a peek on the outside, but he's got company with the 21 car, Todd Cray. So the battle on lap 33, this is a good one. Right after a restart, that's when the racing gets its best. I'm not kidding. The field's bunched up again. These guys are side by side. And the 24 car looked like he was going to battle for a top three. Now he's trying to fend off the 21 car and stay in the fourth spot. Meanwhile, the 21 car is finding something. Todd Cray may be finding something in that lower to middle groove here. Glacier up by the wall in the 24 car. He's going to get the momentum off the straightaway. They're going to be side by side. Headed down in the turn. Todd Cray trying to inch ahead right here. Man, what a great race this is for fourth place. Right in front of him, though, the race leader, Levi Allen. He's looking out his rearview mirror, and the more distance he sees back there, the better off he is. 97 car pulling away a little bit right here. Battle back there, 13, 30, 21, 24. Oh, contact. 13 car in the wall, 30 car, maybe a little contact in the back, but I'll tell you what, no caution there, thankfully. Those guys are able to straighten out and keep going. And the real benefactor here, 97 car, Levi Allen leading this thing. Battles for second, 30 car, Justin Gann on the bottom of the track. 13 car, Landon Cardulo working the top side. This battle for second's the best on the track, no doubt. Oh, contact there. 21 car, sideways. Todd Cray going to lose a couple of positions. Fall back here to the, can I count? Yes, I can. The 8th position. So when you have to ask yourself if you can count, something's wrong. 72 car, Jerry Cochran the third. 86 car. Look at John Sanu, top 10 right now. Might be the first start maybe for John Sanu. I don't remember if he ended up racing at Kentucky last week. So Sanu's over here in the 86 car, and he's running pretty good at Bristol. So a little bit of confidence coming from that driver tonight. He's working the bottom of the track, trying to pick up a spot from the 21 car. That's not going to happen. 21 car is going to try to pick up some of the spots he lost as he works on the back of the 72 car. So he lost a few spots, and another driver losing some spots right here is going to be the 24 car of Bentley Glacier. So, and I think Bentley's one of the past winners here, if I read it right from the messages. So we know the driver, the 24, knows how to get around Bristol Motor Speedway. Well, Macaulay, man, keep you in my prayers, buddy. Get over that stuff. I know it's rough. You get sick, and sometimes you think you're getting better, and you get sicker again. You'll get tough. I'll be honest with you, Macaulay. You want to hear something crazy? I literally was loading some lumber in the back of my truck at Lowe's this morning, and I hit my left shin so hard it swelled up the size of a tennis ball, and I'm not kidding you. And I had plenty of work to do today, so I got that load of lumber back to the house and unloaded it and started working on my project, and throughout the day that swelling went down. But I can tell you my shin hurts like heck now. It really does, and part of that, guys and gals, is just aging. Part of it's aging. Not going to lie, but I'll tell you, I'm proud of myself, and my brother-in-law and my wife, we were able to accomplish quite a bit today. So everybody worked their tails off, and we didn't get the project all the way done, but we're 78.9% there. And don't ask me where I come up with these odd numbers. That's just the way I operate. Let's go take a look at the front of the field, though, and let's see what it's like to go around the track with a race leader. How's that? And you want to see the banking? Here you go. There's the banking at Bristol Motor Speedway on board with the leader right here, the 97 car Levi Allen. And I'll tell you, he's on a Sunday drive. You're seeing it right out of his windshield. So he's on a Sunday drive here, working a little bit higher line, maybe around the middle groove, upper middle groove here. But it's good enough to be half a second ahead of this driver. And you're going to see, maybe a little bit of wall contact right there for the driver of the 30 car, Justin Gant. And we're on board with the 30 car. Hey, he's been really fast. His luck has really turned around. Justin Gant has the past couple of weeks. And he's looking pretty strong here at Bristol, and maybe a threat to win before this thing's over with. But another driver looking real good as this run goes on. Third place, 19 car, Dwayne Hunt. Having a real good race here so far. You're on board with him. You can see the leader in second place right out the windshield here coming out of the turn, and that's out of turn 4, start-finish line. Down into turn 1, and I'll tell you that 19 car is working a little bit higher line. He's kind of driving it off the corner a little bit here. So look who's in 4th place now. John Sanu making his debut at the American Sim Racing League in the 86 car. Got it all the way up to the 4th position, and this driver's looking real good at Bristol Motor Speedway. And I'll tell you, the confidence level for that driver's probably skyrocketing right now. John, another driver I've known for quite a while, and in fact, I met John shortly after he came on iRacing. So I've raced with him a long time, and he's a good guy. Really good to see John over here having a good run tonight. Right behind him, though, back in 5th in the top 5's that 72 car, Jerry Cochran. This is important. Cochran was a driver that's just outside the top 12. You know, the top 12 go to the chase. And I'm going to look at those standings again, and I think Cochran's down there around 14th position. So I don't know what just happened, but maybe I need statistics or C's. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go. Points. Yeah, Jerry, well, I think Cochran was 13th, kind of outside, first one outside looking in, or 13th or 14th. So he's going to have a good race here tonight. Adam Matz, another driver on the outside right now, looking in, trying to get in that top 12 for the chase. Adam sitting in the 6th position, and he's right on the bumper of the 72 car. Adam having a real good run, but I'll tell you, he's got a battle right to his inside. Thomas McBride in the 53 car. He's got the bottom working right now. He's in the 6th position. He's going for a top 5. So late in the run, the bottom side working, and you see a lot of these drivers running the middle to the high groove. And now you see McBride, and we got a caution, and we're going to have to figure out what happened. So what can I find? All right, let's back it up here. And we're going to figure out what brought out caution flag number 2 on the Speedway here. Oh, corner exit. Hard contact with the inside wall. Backwards, around, and severely damaged race car right there for that driver. He'll take it to the crew, though. They'll do a little bit of work on it. Maybe he'll be able to make some laps here before this thing's over with tonight. But I don't see it smoking. And if it's not smoking and broken, that's good news. That's good news. Maybe they can get it tuned up and working for him, and he'll get it back out here, make some laps. We'll catch up in real time right here. Go to the front of the field, because I would almost bet 64 laps in. Some of these guys might want to take a set of tires. Some of them might not. There's probably definitely going to be a little bit of tire strategy here. And I do want to thank all of you for tuning in to the broadcast tonight. Great racing. Bristol Motor Speedway, American SimRacing League, Elite Series. I'll tell you what, to run this many laps at Bristol, green flag, oh, my hat's off to them. I've been around here where you would take the green and the caution would come right out. Not these guys. They're doing some green flag racing here tonight. You see your top 3. Levi Allen leading this thing, and he's pretty much been up there since the start of it. But this driver, Dwayne Hunt, in the 19 car, making his way up into the top 3 here. And that driver right there, John Sanu, 86 car, 4th place. And we just seen the 53 of Thomas McBride work his way into the top 5 here. So we'll get back up here with the race leader, and I don't see nobody coming down pit road. There might be a stage break coming up, so let me not close that out and get back over to here, and then let's back that up a little bit. And let's see what we got. Race details, 200 laps or 100 minutes. Stage break at lap 75. So the tire limit's going to be 3 extra sets of tires tonight. 100% on the fuel tank, approximately 130 laps per tank of gas here, with 3 green, white checker attempts at the end of this thing. The spring winner in the Cup car was Bentley Glazer. And the spring 2022 Trucks winner here was Johnny Avila. So there's your stats. And I was able to do that and get my chat opened right back up on YouTube. So if you got anything you want to say, you can put it in there. And I suspect that we've seen a lot of drivers stay out right here because the stage break is coming up lap 75. So we're lap 67, and that's unless we're under caution. So if we get another caution before then, that'll probably be the stage break. Pace cars in. Back to green flag racing with the American SimRacing League, and a problem on the restart right there. 19 car, 86 car. And the 86 car pays the price for it. Knocked the whole back end off that race car. He's going to fall back to 9th after fighting his way up to 4th. He's going to have a little bit of work to do. And now he's getting past wholesale fashion. We go back to the front of the field. Gann able to hold a little bit closer to that 97 car now. So the 30 car, Gann able to hold a little bit closer. 97 car, though, he's going to try to be leading this thing at the end of the stage and win the stage. But I'll tell you, for drivers like Adam Matz, he may want to pick up a spot. These stage points can be valuable when you're racing to get into a chase for a championship. The other one outside looking in is Jerry Cochran, and he's up there in third right now, so he's going to score some pretty good points if he can keep that. So Cochran working good in the recovery from the 19. It looked like I seen Todd Craig get a little loose back there. Craig's going to drop a couple of spots in the 21 car, and we're 3 wide in front of him. Wow, 19 car in the middle headed back, right in between the 7 car. Help me, 7 and the 9. There we go. That 9 car, he's battling. He wants to get inside that top 10 in the next couple of laps. In the 21 car, same thing. He wants to score those points. Todd Craig's in 10th place right now, so if he falls back anymore, he'll be outside of scoring points at the end of the stage in the next lap. And he lost the spot. 27 car, Yenish coming through like a wildfire. That 27 car's took the 10th spot. He's up there working on 9th. That's going to be the 7 car, Hunter Waters, occupying that position. And Todd Craig's going to have to battle to try to get back in. Cochran's back in 8th now, so he's hanging on. And he's gonna stay in the top 10 and score some points right here. Tyler Seville, though, 11 car, got up there and won the stage. So Seville, Levi Allen, Adam Matz, Jason Day, Jeff Yenish, Justin Gann, Jesse Bonnell, Jerry Cochran, Steve Yenish, and Hunter Waters. That's your top 10 in stage number 1. So all 10 of those drivers are going to score really important points towards the championship here. And the 11 car slowing down for the pace car. And there's the pace car right there. So they're going to pick the pace car up on lap 77, and we're going to be under caution flag. And this is a regular stage break caution. So this is scheduled. This is not an unscheduled deal. It's a scheduled deal. I'll tell you what, the laps at Bristol, half-mile track, they click off pretty quickly. So if you blink, you're 77 laps into this thing. Honestly. And I'll tell you another driver that I didn't see in the field here tonight, and I'm going through and I'm looking because he was on the bubble in points, and that is going to be Richard Holland in the 31 car. So he's going to miss tonight, and that's going to make that point situation pretty interesting. And we're going to go back and find a few more drivers, maybe some of your favorite drivers. 21 of Todd Craig on pit road right here. So we found him. I'm going to go looking for a bootlegger in a minute. And I just seen his name, and he went away. There we go. He's on pit road, 17 car. Tommy Haynes right there. 75 of Chuck Sweeting. He's also on pit road. Any Jacob Zala fans? He's actually, I think he's getting the car worked on, so he's been sitting there quite a while. Adam Matzo on the racetrack, 9 car. Front row. Tyler Seville's 11 car, same thing. So these drivers look like they might restart up front here. Jason Day in 3rd, Jeff Yenish back there in 4th, Ray Polking in the 46 car, rounding out the top 5. Cody Williams, 12 car. Look at that. He's going to restart in the 6th position. Then you got the guy who's led the most laps here so far, the 97 car, Levi Allen. Justin Gann back in 8th. Jerry Cochran, the 3rd, 72 car back in 9th, rounding out the top 10. 27 car right there, Steve Yenish. So that's your top 10 under our stage break caution flag. If you got a favorite driver, throw their name in the chat or car number. We'll get the camera and we'll zoom it right in on their car. Heck, maybe we'll go on board with them. I don't know. We can get crazy like that. So throw the driver in a chat here. 80 laps in, so we're getting close to the halfway point here at Bristol Motor Speedway with the American Sim Racing League. Watching the Elite Series here tonight. And it's Bristol. What can I say? Great racing. Half mile, high bank, short track at its finest. Pace cars in. Green flag is out, and we're back to racing, just like that. 11 car Tyler Seville. He's not playing games. He got a good restart right there, but Jason Day in the 52 in that second spot. And look at Adam Matz in the 9 car. So these are drivers that we haven't really seen up there. 12 car, Cody Williams. Good battle back there. That looks like Ray Polking. Gann. Look at Gann in the 30 car. He gets around the 27. He's working on the 46 car. Right now he's inside the top 10. And not far out of the top 5, talking about the driver of that 30 car. He's got the 12, the 89 up ahead of him, the 9 car. So he's got a little work to do to get back up there. He was running second, around second or third at the end of that stage. And I suspect there was some guys that hit pit road right there at the tail end of that. Ooh, really close between the 30 and the 12 car. That's what happens, man. I tell you, you come off the corner here and you come together so quickly that's how contact can happen. 85 of 200, and Gann was going forward, but he's caught this 12 car. And getting up closer to that top 5, it's harder to pass. 12 car might have the preferred line early in the run, working a higher line than Gann. Gann not able to use the whole racetrack, and we got a caution flag. Oh, we got a pile up. Man, when I said we had a caution, that was an understatement. I don't know where it started, but we're going to find out. Oh, I've seen a car sideways, but why? Let's go investigate again. Watching the 53, lost it right in the middle of the corner. Contact 19, they're going to stack up behind them. 17, a lot of damage. 53, a lot of damage. Wow, a lot of good race cars wrecked up here. 24 car is going to get it stopped. John Sanu in the 86 car, he might have got a piece of it, or nope. Sanu got it slowed down, made his way through too. But that 17 car, he took a brunt of that damage right on the front. So the bootlegger kind of rearranged the nose of the car. And that was on the 7 car, Hunter Waters. So he got some damage in this thing too. A lot of cars beat up right here. Didn't get through it. And that's what happens, Bristol Motor Speedway. But they're going to take it down there and let the crews work on it, get them straightened back out. We're going to get back to live here in the front of the field. Your race leader is the 11 of Tyler Seville. Lap 89 of 200 here at Bristol Motor Speedway tonight. Still about 11 laps short here of halfway. Make it 10 now as they cross the start-finish line. Not very many. We're almost halfway through it. Take me a sip of my sweet tea right there. My wife and mother-in-law kind enough to run up to KFC for me tonight. So that was my dinner. Hopefully you had a better one. No, really, I do. I hope that you did have a better one, but I'm going to say after the day I had that it was a good ending, right? But I'm in the booth here, and I enjoy doing this. I'm able to relax a little bit, have fun, doing what I love to do. Getting here at the desk and setting these broadcasts up, highlighting your favorite drivers, showcase them a little bit, get them in here and interview them, talk to them. I don't think we've met a bad soul out there yet. So nothing should disappoint you in that respect. But, man, I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter how tired you are. or how beat up you feel. These things make you feel a lot better. Getting in the booth, seeing the chat, talking to people. That's what it's all about right here at the American Sim Racing League with the WFO Racing Network on YouTube. I'm Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth tonight. And week in and week out. And last week we had a special guest with Michael McCauley, but he had some stuff going on tonight, so wasn't able to make it. And I do appreciate him coming in last week. Front row, Tyler Seville, Jason Day, 11 and 52 cars. Second row, the 9-car Adam Matz, the 89-car Jeff Yenish. Back in the third row, 30-car Justin Gann, 12-car of Cody Williams, and we're 2x2. That can mean one thing at Bristol and one thing only. The lights are out on the pace car, and we're getting ready for a restart on lap 92. Pace car's in. And we are back to green flag racing one more time with the American Sim Racing League. Lap 92 of 200. 93 of 200. And Tyler Seville, another great restart here, but look at third. 89 9-car. Battle for that third spot. Jeff Yenish wants it. Adam Matz has it, and the 30-car Justin Gann pulling right up on the bumper. So Gann's going to add his name to the mix, battling for the top three, and Matt's got it straightened out, and he's up there riding on second place's bumper. So that driver of the 9-car, man, he's working the high side of the racetrack right up by the wall, coming into the corner, and look at the run he gets down the straightaway. So you see the bottom of the track's a shorter way around the inside line, but the momentum that 9-car gets down the straightaway is incredible, and we got another caution flag. Not sure where it was at, but I'm going to try to find it. We got some beat up cars, so it's harder to find it that way. Oh, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Well, looking here to see if we can see any problems, a little bit wider view. Back it up one more time. We had one spin. I see him down on the bottom right there, maybe. Let's see if I can find that driver real quick and see if that was the case. No, wasn't him. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's going on with timing and scoring. It's been doing this for a few weeks, so haven't been able to really see anything. And this is going to be one of those situations where I don't see where the problem's at, guys and gals. Taking a good look at the field there, and I've been from the front to the back multiple times to the middle of it. Yeah, we got one on pit road, and oh, we had a slow car on the bottom. Trying to see who that is. Oh, I think I found it. Finally, it took me a little while, but here we go. We had to comb through there a little bit. It was hard to find a single car incident, but it wasn't a single car. There was a couple. It took two to tangle, and one went around, and that's going to bring out the caution, lap 100. And we're going to get back to the front of the field, and I'll tell you, the 13 car, man, you hate it because he was having such a solid run earlier in this race. And he's got a little bit of damage on the cars, a little bit beat up now at the halfway point. And we talked to him pre-race, and he knows how important it is to have a car at the end of this thing. So maybe the crew can get the 13 fixed up, and he'll have a good finish. But we need to get to the front of the field because I spent all that time finding that wreck, and we got lights out on the pace car getting ready for a restart at the halfway point. Lap 101 at 200 means we're one lap over halfway at Bristol Motor Speedway with the American SimRacing League's Elite Series. We're watching the front of the field right here, the 11, 52, 9, 89, and 30, your top 5. Pace cars in. And just like that, we're back to green flag racing. Tyler Seville, I'm telling you don't waste no time on them restarts. That driver is on it. The battle back here, though, get inside this top 5. 9-car Mats, 30-car Justin Gann, 89-car, 21-car. Where'd Todd Gray come from? He's got the 21 right back up here and battling. Just over halfway through, and that's how you do it. You know, you want a car towards the end. Halfway decent piece that you can race with and compete for a win, but third place is under fire. The 9 had it. The 30 wants it. He almost cleared him. Not quite. Man, I'm watching a great battle behind him, though. 21-car Todd Gray, 97-car, and 27-car, all 3 of them. And that might be the 7 behind them, and we're under caution. So caution flag flies on the speedway once again. It's Bristol, baby. What do you expect? That's the way I see it. I'm not sure who that was, man. This timing and scoring's just not lighting it up for me tonight. It's taking too long to find them. We'll take a look at the top 10 or 12 or 15 here. And that's not where I've seen a problem, so I'm going to cruise back a little farther with these drivers. I was going to put the problem back, maybe. Oh, yeah, right there. I see it now. Sometimes that's all you got to do is just kind of work back a little bit. We had a driver get loose. The other driver tried to stay out of him, but didn't. And we got a couple of cars tangled up on the bottom. That's going to put us under caution at lap 107. So we've seen it there. We'll take a look at it one more time. Oh, looked like it got loose on corner entry, and he kind of saved it. But then it got loose on him again, and there was no saving it, and the wreck was on. So some of these guys, a bad night, just getting worse. And you see a couple of cars there with quite a bit of damage on them. I think they're coming off pit road, 17-car, 86-car. I don't know. Guys are working off pit road right here. Maybe they're going to pit road. Yep, 17 and 86 both are on pit road. So they're going to get some more work done on their vehicles. Race leaders, though, they're going to stay out on the track right here on lap 108. We're back with the front of the field. Tyler Seville, your leader in the 11-car, 52 of Jason Day is second. 9-car, Adam Matz hanging on to the 3rd spot, and Justin Gann in the 30-car up to 4th right now. Rounding out the top 5, 89-car of Jeff Yinish. I'll tell you what, by the time some of these cautions, by the time I figure out what happened, I don't have time to get somebody up in the booth here to interview them. But I'll tell you, when I catch one quick enough, we'll get some more interviews going on. And short tracks, traditionally, the cautions aren't really long enough. You see they're 2x2 right now, which can only mean one thing. We're close to a restart here. And it does look like the lights are possibly, potentially out on the pace car. They are. So that means we're going to go green next time by. They're going to go out this time. There they go. Yep, lights are out on the pace car this time. So we're 1 lap to green right now. Next time they come out of turn 4, we'll be looking for the restart. 90 laps of racing left here at Bristol Motor Speedway tonight with the American Sim Racing League's Elite Series. And hopefully you've enjoyed the race as much as I have to this point. But I'll tell you, we got a little under halfway to go here. And we've seen some carnage, and we might see some more, so pay attention. 2x2, there goes the 11 car. Another great restart for him. He's becoming a master of it here at Bristol tonight. Battle for second. No. Jason Day in the 52 car is going to keep it, but look at Justin Gann get to the 3rd spot. And I heard some beating and banging back here around where these guys are at. Get up here where battle's at. 75 car, 89 car. See the 27 car Yinish, 9 car Matz, and Matz, he's losing real estate. Adam Matz going the wrong way right now. You see him battling side by side with the 75 of Chuck Sweeting. Sweeting's got Steve Yinish in the 27 car in front of him, and Jeff Yinish in the 89 car behind him. 75 car, 9 car is going to try to jump back in line back there. And he's going to find a spot back in line just in front of the 7 car, Hunter Waters. And man, it's really good to see some of these cars like the 7 car, the damage on it, sitting up here in the top 10. Levi Allen, 97 car, led so many laps early, sitting in the 10th position right now. And I think the 97 car has just really been caught in traffic tonight. So once he led those laps and we went to stage break and stuff, that driver got caught in the traffic, and he's really not having much luck getting through it. You see he's trying to use the bottom side to get around the 7 car Hunter Waters, and he's finally going to clear him maybe. Not quite. 7 car able to stay right on the edge of that quarter panel. Now he's going to slide up in front of him. So 97 car to the 9th position. So he's working to get back up front. I'll tell you, a driver that's on trying to put it on cruise control now. That's the leader, the 11 car, Tyler Seville. He's got a couple of tenths, like 3 tenths for breathing room over second place. And when we stay green, the laps at Bristol, they tick away quickly. We are 119 laps in. That 3rd place car, Justin Gann, using all the racetrack, getting out of the corner. Gann's got the 21 of Todd Cray behind him, but he's got a little breathing room back to Todd Cray. He's got a little work to do, though, to get up to these first couple of cars here. And I'll tell you, these 2 drivers going at it. 75 of Chuck Sweeting, 27 of Steve Yinish. That's a battle to get into the top 5, actually. So the 75 trying to get in the top 5. We're under caution flag. Just like that, she started flashing, and I knew it. And there's the issue. So we'll back up, and a little bit of a pile up right here. Oh, a couple of cars making contact, and that just wads them up. Man, 12 car, 86 car, 17 again. So 13, 46, a Polking turned around. You see Jason Day's 53 car. He may have even got caught up in that. You hate to see that. I mean, that driver up there in the 2nd position, so I'm trying to find him here. It wasn't Day that I seen there, actually. No, it's a different car. It's black and white, so I think it was McBride, actually. Well, he cleared it, though. McBride's not going to get any damage from that one, it doesn't look like. But the 46 car's got quite a bit of damage. Look at that car. He is not going down the straightaway straight, I can tell you that. That rear end is knocked out of alignment on the car, and he's going to fight it to pit road, and he's going to have to take that to the attention of his crew, and they're going to have to straighten his car back out here. I don't know. It might be faster around Bristol that way, be honest with you. Get a little bit different look at it so I can show you what's going on here with the race car. There you go. And right there, that's a better shot. So down the straightaway, the back end of the car is stuck out there quite a bit, but in the corner it's looking pretty good. So it may work for him. It may. Long as it's not loose and working back and forth, I think it could possibly work for a guy. I'm just kidding. It won't. So, caution flag out, lap 125, and we got some drivers coming down pit road. We got some that stayed on the track, and that 86 car's not tracking straight either. So we're on pit road. Race leader brought it down. 11 car. He's coming off pit road now, maybe. Well, he pitted a couple of laps ago, so he's going to restart in the third position. We got 75 laps to go at Bristol Motor Speedway with the American SimRacing League's Elite Series. Once again, I'm Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. And man, I'm happy to be here every Sunday night. Great to see the chat. Great to see all the viewers come in. These drivers putting on an awesome show for you, just like always. Race leader, lap 126, 19 car Dwayne Hunt, 30 car Justin Gann sitting in second. Todd Cray's 21 car in third, 27 car Steve Yenish back there in the fourth position. And look at that, 75 car Chuck Sweeting rounding out the top five right now. These guys have put on a great show for 127 laps, and I'm sure the end of this thing is going to be no different. 73 more laps to go here. Not going to be any different than the first 127 laps. So 2x2 on the racetrack. I can't tell, but the lights, they may or may not be on the pace car. Get a little bit closer look, see if I can see that pace car. Nope, not going to do it that way. Pace car's in. Back to green flag racing. Look at the restart there from the 19 car. That's going to let Steve Yenish get a good restart in the 27, and he's going to go side by side with the 30 and take. Oh, I thought he was going to get the second spot, but the 30 pulls up side by side for the race lead. So the bottom side 30 car Justin Gann working hard. He's got Todd Cray behind him. 19 car Dwayne Hunt, your leader. 30 car Justin Gann battling for it. Man, Gann had a handful coming off the corner. You can't make that up. That 30 car is on the wheel. He is wheeling it. 21 of Todd Cray, 27 of Steve Yenish. Oh, we got a car loose at the bottom, 75. Did he save it? He did. Chuck Sweeting, wheelman right there, saved that car. Sideways, and look at that. Gann's going to take the lead. Lap 131, the 30 car, Justin Gann. He started P1, and he is back to P1. Todd Cray, though, 21 car, fighting for the second position. Cray is going to clear him, and Cray will go to the second spot. And look at Todd Cray pull up on the leader's bumper. You don't think these drivers are up on the wheel on lap 133 here? Look at these camera views, and you'll think again. Gann leading it, Cray second, now Steve Yenish back in the third position, but I don't think Steve wants to stay in the third spot. 27 car's been peeking down to the inside quite a bit lately. 89 car doing the same thing, but it looks like the 89 might, well, he's working on a spot with the 19 car, but I'll tell you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The driver who led all those laps early on. You're on the back of his car right here. That's a 97 car of Levi Allen. So Allen working to get up into the top 5. He's got the 19 in front of him, the 89 car. Jeff Yinish down there on the inside. And look at this driver. Bentley Glacier in the 24 car. 19's loosed. Man. Bad luck for the driver of the 24 car. So we'll have to go back and see what happened. But it was not good. Right there. Heavy contact. Man, I was just looking at that 24 car, impressed on his recovery. Based off how far back we've seen that driver. Oh, I might owe him an apology, honestly. We'll call that the curse of the camera. Right when I said that, too, and I seen the contact, and I'm telling you, it hurt me. We call it the curse of the camera sometimes, or you can call it whatever you want, but certainly didn't want to see that for that driver here tonight. And hopefully got it, he can get it down there and didn't get a lot of damage and let that crew hook him back up. And maybe he's got a set of tires he can throw at the thing. We'll see. I just took my last sip of tea right there. 61 laps to go at Bristol Motor Speedway with the American SimRacing League Elite Series. And I'll tell you, if you're new to tuning into these things, we're into the season pretty good right here. I'm going to blow this thing up and have to back up the thing here and look at the schedule. So we are at Bristol. Next week, going to Kansas, New Hampshire, Daga, Texas. Oh, yeah, Chase is coming quickly. Kansas, next week, that'll be the cutoff race for the Chase here. So, a couple of these guys want to have a good night right here. Kind of weird issues with the stream early on, but I got it corrected, and we've been looking good ever since then. Drivers putting on a good show here. 59 laps we got remaining at Bristol Motor Speedway. 30 car Justin Gann. He took the lead on the last run. 21 of Todd Cray in the second position. 27 car Steve Yinish sitting back in third. And fourth is the 89 of Jeff Yinish. And rounding out the top five, the 97 car Levi Allen. So 97 car, a little bit of work to do to get back up here, but he's getting up closer to the front, so can he get back into the lead? I'll tell you, if these restarts tell you anything, it's that these guys are trying to get everything they can, literally. It's a short track, half-mile, high-banked speedway. And they call it Bristol. Tempers can flare. Short track, beating, bumping, banging. That's what it's all about. It's the action that as fans we love to see. We sit on the edge of our seat. And tonight's no different. Lights are out on the pace car. This thing's just inching closer to the end. Pace car's in. And we're back to green flag racing. 30 car Justin Gann, 21 Todd Cray, 27 Steve Yinish. 89 Jeff Yinish. Battle of the brothers right there. Third spot. Fourth spot. 89 working the high side, but I'll tell you that 27 might want that second spot. The 21 has it. And the 27 is working on it. Todd Cray on the high side of the track, and man, I'll tell you, the 27 almost cleared him. Steve Yinish making the bottom side work for him on this restart. And I think it will for a few laps, and it looks like the car gets a little bit tight down on the bottom, and the middle to outside line might be the preferred way to go. And are these guys pushing the tires hard going to allow a guy like maybe Jerry Cochran in the 72, Levi Allen in the 97 get up there and challenge at the end of it? We're going to find out with 53 laps to go, side by side for the second position. Todd Cray in the 21, 27 of Steve Yenish. Man, Yenish got everything off that corner. He got everything and was wheeling it sideways a little bit. And you see the battle is still side by side, so if you don't think it ain't heating up front, I think the thermostat's broken. I doubt that. Oh, look at that. 27 almost cleared him. That close. 21 car fighting on the high side. They're battling like that behind this, too. We'll peek back there for a second. Jerry Cochran, 72, 11 car, Tyler Seville. Side by side, this is for the top 5. Seville's going to clear him. And Todd Cray's going to fend off the 27 car. But it looked like Cray might have had to check up a little bit for that 30. Steve Yenish back in the corner up in the 27 car trying to get that run off. Little bit different line for the race leader, though. Middle of the track that time through 1 and 2. Todd Cray still staying with a higher line, but he's going to turn down to the bottom now. Coming into turn 1. 47 to go. Gann, Cray, Steve Yenish, top 3. Look at the 11 car of Tyler Seville. He is busted into the top 5, going after the 4th position. The 89 car, Jeff Yenish, has it. Tyler Seville able to use the bottom of the racetrack here. Doesn't quite clear the 89 that time. And he's going to clear him this time, but I think he might stay down there and go to work on the 27 car. And I'll tell you, this driver, maybe he's got a little bit fresher tires. I don't know. You've seen him fade back there a little bit after a pit stop, so maybe, in fact... Yeah, John, hated to see that, buddy. You were having such a good run early on there up in the top 5, looking really good tonight. Had a strong 86 car, man, and was really hoping for a better outcome for you tonight. I can promise you that. We've been friends on here for quite a while, John, so it was awesome seeing you out on the racetrack tonight, buddy. And we wish you luck next week. Come back next week and try at it again. Watching a heck of a battle here. Meanwhile, up front, they're not far away from a battle. 30 car, Justin Gann, your leader. Todd Cray, the 21 in second. Back in third, the 27 of Steve Yenish. And fourth is Tyler Seville's number 11 car. Rounding out the top 5 right now, 89 of Jeff Yenish. Let's go back to 6th place. This guy needed a good points night. Oh, 89 car, heavy contact with the outside wall right here. He's going to keep the top 5, but man, what a moment. So 72 car right there, Jerry Cochran. Good points racing night for him at Bristol. 6th spot. 97 car, Levi Allen. A little bit of damage on the front of the car. But Levi's still hanging around there in the 7th spot. Look at Jesse Bunnell. Haven't been able to talk about him a lot tonight. Aerodynamics don't matter. Bunnell don't even have a front nose on the car. And that 96 solid in the top 5 in the 8th position right now. Jason Day battling him, though, in the 52 car back in 9th. Kyle Bromer in the 90 car for you Bromer fans sitting in the top 10. So top 10 run for Kyle here. Adam Matz in the 9 car. We've seen him fade back earlier, but he's hanging out in the 11th spot. He's got Charlie Woods in the 40 car and Chuck Sweeting in the 75 car. That's going to take us back to 13th. We go back to 14th. We're going to find a 53 car of Thomas McBride. And just behind him, well, that's going to be the 19 car of Dwayne Hunt. Or rather, the 7 car of Hunter Waters. They're side by side, so you take your pick. We'll go back to 17th and find this driver. 62 car, Stephen Ayers. Or this driver right here. That's the 24 Bentley Glacier. You take your pick on that. And we go back here and find the 5 car. That's the gentleman, Gary May, sitting in the 19th position. In the 93 car, well, he's on pit road, and we're going back to the front of the field where the racing is close. I will say that. 21 car Todd Cray not far behind the race leader, 30 car Justin Gann. Man, I feel like I've been running my mouth 150 miles per hour so far. But not quite as fast as the leader. I'm going to have to work harder at it. Week in and week out. More experience, more practice. And what do they say? Practice makes perfect. And I think these guys up front are showing that. I don't know if it's practice, experience, or they're just playing out that fast. But Justin Gann, great run last week, qualified P1 last week at Kentucky. Completely different track and different animal when you get to Bristol Motor Speedway in the 30 car. Well, he qualified P1 again. And he is P1 right now with 30 laps to go. Justin Gann trying to hold on for 30 more around Bristol Motor Speedway and put a W next to his name. That's right. Will we add Gann to the winner books this season? Or will it be Todd Cray? Or could Steve Yenish in the 27 sneak up there and get him another win? He's creeping closer. Ladies and gentlemen, he's creeping closer. We're going to see a battle for second. There it is, side by side. Yenish, Steve Yenish, 27 cars there, 21 car Cray right up by the wall. Lap traffic, though. Could that have an effect? It did. Look at that. The 27 is going to fall back in line behind the 21 car. So he had to give up the bottom of the track so he could get around the lap car. But I'll tell you, there's still a little bit of time here. 26 laps to go. And Todd Cray might have changed his line. Maybe he learned something, but he couldn't get off the corner, and now he's going to be side by side for second again. So Cray seen the 27 car using the bottom, making it work, and he tried it. And let's just say it did not work quite as well, but I'll tell you, the guy that likes to see the battle behind him, the race leader, Justin Gann, able to open up a little bit of a gap here. A little bit of breathing room. We'll call it 0.3 of a second. Call it what you want. But he opened up a little breathing room right now, and he's feeling pretty good as the laps are ticking away. Steve Yenish in the 27 car, though, was looking pretty fast on the bottom. And he almost got around that 21 car, but maybe he angered a tire or 2 or 4. I don't know. Maybe all 6 tires got mad. These guys are in heavy lap traffic. Heavy lap traffic. Race leader is. 7 car, 5 car. Now you got the 21 right back on the back bumper of the 30. So just like that, man, the 30 car had a little breathing room. He hit lap traffic, and it has tightened the field right back up. Your top 3, yep, there was a blanket, but it covered them all up. So I don't know who's where. I'm just kidding. But you could certainly put a blanket, and it would fall right over top of these 3 drivers. 30, 21, 27. Great racing here. Laps ticking away, 20 to go now. Gano moving the car down to the middle. He's starting to just inch out a little bit of breathing room. Gann's trying to put all doubts away about getting a victory lane this season. 30 car working hard, but look at the 27. Cooled the tires off right back to the bottom. He is trying, and I wonder if he can get around that 21 car. Does the 27 perhaps have anything for your race leader? I mean, will the bottom work for him? Can he go after your leader? But it looks like he's only to get down there, able to get down there for a lap or 2. in that right front tire, but Cray didn't get off the corner good right there, and the 27 did. It's really hard to pass when those guys are up there using the top line, and the top line is more the preferred line, especially on the long run here. And I think that's what we're seeing, is the 27's working hard. He's got to get around the 21 before he can go after the 30. With 17 laps to go, I think the 21's in the wall. Twice. 27 goes around. Todd Cray contact with the outside wall. He keeps it going, but he's back in the third spot now. That's going to hand over second to this driver, the 27 of Steve Yenish. Steve Yenish trying to run down that 30 car. Your race leader. And I can tell you, he worked on the 21 car for several laps. And I know that 30 car is a driver that don't want to give up the lead right here. He's going to go down and try to take that line away from the 27. He's been watching him in his mirror, studying and learning. And he's going to try to use that the last 14 laps here. Justin Gann working hard. I got cameras. Let's find them. Let's see what it looks like on board the 27 car. Looking off the nose of it. That's your race leader right there. Let's see how close it is. That's how close it is. 21 of Todd Cray, not fading too far, so he's still back there in the third spot, 12 to go. What's happening back a little farther? Tyler Seville back in the fourth spot in the 11 car all by himself. No challenge here. Look at Jerry Cochran, though. 72 car, fighting his way into the top 5. He scored stage points, and this driver's having a great run here tonight. Thomas McBride, another one in the 53. We've seen him have some bad luck earlier. No nose on the car, but he's up in the 6th spot. In 7th, a little bit of a battle right here. That's the 89 of Jeff Yenish with the 97 of Levi Allen as we get to 10 laps to go. And we're going to go through the top 10 real quick. Kyle Bromer right there in the 90 car, back in 9th position. And Jason Day's 52 car, rounding out the top 10 right here with 9 laps to go. Back to the front, battle for the lead. 27 cars there. 37 has it. 27 wants it. Less than 8 laps to go. Side by side. Now you're on the edge of your seat. If you wasn't there already, I will guarantee you you're there now. 30 car doing everything in his power, everything he can. 7 laps to go if he can hang on to it. He can put his name in the winner's column. The 27 of Steve Yenish has won a race this season. And he'd like to win another 30 car in the outside wall, 27 to the lead. 6 to go, it all changed over. That's what I told you earlier. Put pressure on him. That's what the 27's been doing, and it's working. 21 got to the outside wall battling with this guy. And then the race leader did the same thing in the 27 car. He's trying to set sail right here. 5 laps to go. Picture perfect racing at the half-mile Bristol Motor Speedway for this driver. 4 laps to go. And he is almost up by 1 second over second place now. Let's get back there and take a look. Gann's trying to hang on to the second spot now in the 30 car. And he's got the 21 car, Todd Cray. I think Cray might want that spot. 3 laps to go. This is second and third place battling right here. 2 to go now. Laps ticking down quickly, and I told you they would. But for the Steve Yenish fans, this driver, they're not ticking away fast enough. He comes up on lap traffic right here. Battle for second, but leader takes the white flag. One more time around Bristol Motor Speedway for the 27 car Steve Yenish. Lap traffic doesn't look like it's going to be a problem. 62 is going to stay on the bottom of the track. And right here at the start-finish line, Steve Yenish is going to take that thing. He's going to take home the win tonight. Battle for second is going to end up with the 30 car, Justin Gann. 21 car, Todd Cray, your top three. So those are going to be your interviewed drivers after the race. So hang in there, stick out, or yeah, all right, hang out, and we're going to do the post race. I'm tired. I literally am tired, and I'm fighting through it. But we got 3 interviews to do. What a great race! Let's watch a leader burn it down right here. That's what it's about. You got tires there left over, Steve Yunish. Use them up, man. You deserve this one. You earned it at Bristol Motor Speedway tonight. Not an easy track. It's a short track, and I'm sure there's a lot of these guys that are going to pull that car over, get out, and run and grab a drink. You know, take a break. Just cool off a little bit. It can get crazy. You see that 7 car going to pull up down there with them. And the 27 car. Celebration for that driver. And we're going to find him for an interview here. Well, let's move him up to the WFO booth. Steve Yunish, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Hey, I got you, Vern. How's it going?
Man, I'll tell you what. We were watching it. I was watching it, and the fans were too. And you were able to it looked like you were able to make it work out picture perfect for you. Tell us about it from your end.
Yeah, it was a good night. Had to come from the back after a poor qualifying effort. But kind of, just methodically worked my way up, and was so hard to pass at the end there, and just figured, just had to kind of apply pressure and hope they made a mistake. And I think that was kind of what was the difference between getting third place and getting first place.
Well, and it looked like a lot of drivers were favoring the middle and the top, Steve, and you were able to make some passes there on the bottom. Tell us how you were able to do that.
Just being real patient on entry, not overdriving the entry, so you can kind of cut it through the center and get a good run off. Yeah, I mean, I think that's one reason why I run so well here. Is I can run the bottom pretty well, so I can make passes when I need to down there. It's still, it's tough, and you got to be committed to it, and you got to be really disciplined when you're doing it to not overdrive it, and also really strategic. You don't want to make a move down there, and then if it doesn't pan out, you end up getting freight trained.
Right.
And that happened to me one time, kind of early on. But generally speaking, the right holes opened up at the right places and made the right moves and was able to move forward.
Yeah, so it looked like maybe I'm correct in saying the top was a preferred line here tonight.
Yeah, oh yeah, it was definitely preferred. Yep.
So you were, and we seen you do it, and it was almost literally textbook. You went up there and you applied pressure to the 21. He made a mistake, and you're up to second. So did you think that would work twice in a row there, Steve?
No, I really didn't. After that happened, and I had a little bit of a cushion, I kind of backed off for 10 laps or so, and I figured, okay, well, I'm going to try to save a little tire, and with 5 laps to go, make a run for it, and things kind of just opened up. Got a good run off one of the corners, and figured, okay, well, let's put it side by side and start applying some pressure, but I wasn't going to push the car too hard. And then started to kind of feel like, oh, maybe I can make the pass sooner. And with it being so hard to pass too, and some lap cars coming up, and I think there was one time where I was trying to make a pass down low, and the lap car was on the bottom, and I just had to kind of check up and concede. And then I realized, maybe I shouldn't wait till 5 to go to start doing this, or something might happen where I lose the chance, or a caution comes out, or whatever. So I started applying a little pressure a little earlier, and then that's when Justin made the mistake. And it's so easy to do that when you're running side by side.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you, the way you work through the field, though, you didn't really dominate the race, lead a bunch of laps tonight, but you led the important ones. And it was almost like you just knew how to take care of the car there, Steve.
Yeah, I was just trying to keep it in one piece, trying to, this is one of my best tracks. So honestly, I'd be disappointed if I didn't come away with a win here tonight, because this is usually one of my best ones, especially when we get the long runs. So I just kind of had faith that, just kind of stick with what I know works for me, and it's either going to work out with a win, or it's going to work out with as good of a finish as I could have come home with. So just kind of trusting that things were going to work out in the end.
Yeah, and you talk about long runs, you got to be racing with a great group of guys to get those, Steve.
Yeah, I mean it's yeah, we had a few cautions, but we also had, I don't know, stage one we've seen like maybe a 40 lap run or so, and I think at the end there was maybe 50 laps or something like that, or at least it felt like it, which is pretty awesome. For not for a it wasn't like we had a 15 car field out here. There was I mean there was some crazy racing that I know I was a part in, three wide with multiple rows at times, and it was everybody was doing a good job, and when there was a minor incident or so, everybody was doing a good job of checking up and understanding. It's kind of just that's Bristol, right? It's going to happen. So I think everybody out here did a great job here tonight.
Yeah, we were on the edge of our seats because we knew the 30 car was going to be tough. He's looking to put his name in the win column this season, and you were that 27 car just the one to keep him out of it. Give you
Yeah,
win number 2, right?
yeah. It's funny. I guess my two wins are on short tracks this year, and my bread and butter used to be the mile and a halfs for so long, and I don't know why, but at some point I feel like the tides turn now, where the short tracks they seem to be the bread and butter now. So happy to take advantage of the opportunities there.
Yeah, and I've definitely been taking a look at the points in the schedule to see where people were at, and you're safe there, and you're going to a mile and a half next week when you talk about that at Kansas. But Kansas it's kind of weird. Sometimes the bottom will work there as of lately, but normally been a topside track. So tell us about how do you like Kansas?
I got mixed feelings about Kansas, I guess, because like you said, it could, like, depending on the car, the weather conditions, or what build package there is, it can race just totally different, from one season to the next. So I've had it where it's follow the leader, everybody run in the top lane, and don't dare go out of there.
Right.
And yeah, I'm not a big fan of that. And I've also had it where it's multi groove. So um, you know, it, either way, it presents its own unique challenges. So for on the when it comes to mile and a halfs, it's as good as any of them, I think.
Yeah, it always a lot of fun to watch those races too in the broadcast, and I know the fans enjoy it. But looking on to the chase, because after Kansas, that chase is going to start. So you're going into championship mode there, but I think you're already in championship mode. I think this is about momentum, Steve.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's just trying to build whatever I can, however many points are out there that I can get. I'm trying to get them. Because honestly, the first round there, I think it's New Hampshire and Talladega and something else.
Yeah, it kind of gives
And
you a short track there. It's a mile track, but New Hampshire
yes,
races like a short track. It's flat.
New Hampshire has always been my worst track though, for whatever reason. So I'm good there on the long runs, but I usually lose so much time early in the run that I'm really dependent on it being a long, clean race. And when you get strung out there, it can be like that. But if you get in a string of cautions, then everybody gets real aggressive in the braking zones, and then the cautions feed cautions, and that's usually a problem for me. So depending on kind of how the way the race goes, in that respect, next week I think is probably going to be a big determinant of where I end up. And then Dega could be, that's obviously that's pull a number out of a hat is where you're going to finish. So I definitely don't feel safe. So just trying to get as many points as I can right now.
Yeah, you got a few of those mile and a halfs in the chase to look forward to, but you got a few short tracks in there too. But then you got the biggest track on the circuit.
Yeah, the Jeff and Patrick do a good job of trying to make sure the schedule has good variety, and make sure it's gonna crown the champion who's good across the board with all the tracks, which I think is pretty cool.
Well, I think it'll keep you busy for sure the rest of the season, but you do have momentum going your way. We see that, and knocking off your second win this season. Steve, do you have anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth here tonight, buddy?
Yeah, all of our great sponsors, and you guys for put on a great show, or great broadcast, and the league guys here for a great race here tonight. Like I said, everybody was real clean and respectful. There's a few incidents out there, but that's going to happen. But yeah, thanks to Kitty Cat Coin and Law Chevy Buick, Butt Kicker, Splashing Graphics. I think I got everybody. But yeah, looking forward to next week.
All right, man. I always appreciate the kind words, and I just want to thank you for letting me do this week in and week out. I have a blast with it, and I think it's just great drivers, a great league, and it really makes my job easy, Steve.
Sounds good. Appreciate hearing that.
All right, thanks, Steve. Have a good night, man, and good luck to you.
All right, thanks. Have a good night.
So your race winner right there, 27 car, Steve Yenish. And I'm going to look for P2, and I'm going to try to back up this. Well, I got to take that out of there, and we'll put that up there for a second place driver. So let me move them up here real quick. Justin Gann, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you, Vern.
Man, I'll tell you, I was holding on to the seat. I'm like, he's going to do it. That's going to be win number 1 this season. He's going to get it. What happened?
Man, I had to choke it. I had to choke it. It was I mean, Steve was fast. Like trying to hold him off on the bottom, you wouldn't think he'd be able to get the runs he was getting. And I was just holding on to that wheel, driving it, and tap the wall, man. That's all it takes.
Man, I watching that, and he was able to get around. Literally, he was able to get around the 21 car the same way. And he was racing him and putting pressure on him. And the 21 got into the wall, and he picked up that second spot. And the laps were ticking away, and you were up there leading, and I thought, I think the 30 might be all right. I think he might be all right. And
yeah, I was talking to Todd that whole time. You know, Todd was a big part of me being up front. But I was just hold him off, man. Hold him off. The longer you hold him off, the better I'm off I am. And he was trying, but like you said, he hit the wall, and I did the exact same thing. And you know, it was early on in the run, and I think it was the 13 got into the wall, and I slammed him in the rear. And my car just pushed the whole time ever since then.
Yeah, that damage in the front took a little bit of downforce off of it.
Yeah, I think I would have had a winning car for sure had I had no damage, but unfortunately I had it and really had to fight for it and just came up short. One mistake short.
Yeah, I can see there where that would hurt you here, Justin. But man, I'll tell you, 2 weeks in a row, you start P1 on the field. You get an interview last week, and you're back in the booth here this week with a second place position. So nothing really to complain about. And I'll tell you, you got good tracks ahead of you, and you got momentum right when you need it, Justin. So
yeah, I mean, I think it was a P3 last week, P2 this week. So you know what the next one is.
Next week's got to be P1, right?
So keep it going.
I'll tell you, man, it's like the momentum is picking up at the right time for you. And with the chase just around the corner, man, that can be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it's a stout field, so I definitely have to put some more practice hours in, I think, to have a shot at the Final Four this season. So I guess we'll do what we have to do.
Well, you're going to turn in the front row, Justin, here if you qualify P1 next week.
Man, I think I've gotten the pole 3 times this season, and I can't pull off a win. So
you're inching closer. And if it trends out right, like you said, you know, you went 3, 2, and then next week has got to be, well, it's self-explanatory.
Yep.
If you're counting it down, it's self-explanatory. So you can't fold at the end, man.
Oh yeah,
that's the key, right?
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. You know that.
Well, I was saying earlier in the race that, you know, sometimes Bristol's good about turning into a 1 lane, and it looked like the outside line was that lane tonight.
Yeah, you had to be on the outside. I mean, you could make a pass on the inside, but it took a good toll on your tires, and you had to cool them back down. And if you could patiently drive that top lane, I mean, you had it made. So especially on the restarts, that top side, I mean, you could pull a couple spots.
So the pass was a lot about patience sometimes and waiting for somebody to make a mistake.
Oh yeah, I think it worked for Steve twice there at the end, and he played it smart. He put the pressure on, and when you got that pressure on you in a track like this, if you get on the gas just early enough, you're getting into that wall.
Well, and sometimes you know that guy's a little faster, so you try to watch his line and then kind of mimic a little bit, but it never works out as good for you.
Mm-hmm.
And they get a position that way. But I'll tell you, it was going to be a battle right down to the checkered flag if you hadn't hit the wall. I know that because you had the preferred line out there, and I think you probably knew that too.
Yeah, if I didn't make a mistake, I think I would have had the win. and that was the key tonight, is not make a mistake, and
The wall come out and bit you.
it got me. I got.
All right, Justin, do you have anyone you want to thank while we got you in the booth here tonight, man?
Yeah, I got to thank everybody over here at ASL for putting on the league. I want to thank the sponsor, the Ford Mustang, Hangry Animals. Definitely appreciate their support. All my teammates, Todd, Pat, Steven, just everybody working together there. Makes for a great race. So appreciate all that, and appreciate you for putting on a broadcast over there at WFO.
Man, I love doing it, and wouldn't trade it for nothing, man. Sunday nights are a blast to get up here in the booth, and you guys put on a heck of a show. And it has me and the fans watching at the edge of our seats, and that's what it's all about. So we're going to look forward to talking to you next week, Justin. And, man, we wish you luck. Kansas, good track for you. Go get the win, man.
Alrighty, appreciate it.
All right, have a good night, Justin.
Bye.
So that's Justin Gann, second place finisher, and we're going to go back to third place right here. Going to find another driver had a good run tonight. Todd Cray, Vern Bradley in the broadcast booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Vern, got you, buddy.
Man, I'll tell you had a hot rod. It was fast. Looked like you put some pressure on that 30 car, but then the 27 car come out of nowhere.
Yeah, man. He was Steve just did everything right tonight, man. Hats off to him on that win. You know, the shorter the track, usually the better we are. But, you know, I was working with Justin there, who also had a good car until he took on some damage. And, yeah, Steve was putting the pressure on, and then he would kind of ease off, save his stuff a little more. And I was just burning that right front off. And, yeah, just trying to hold that outside line. Justin had the lead. Looked like we were going to be able to get it. And, like I said, I take my hat off to Steve, man. He really worked us over tonight. So good win to him.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a 200-lap race, and what's the key to getting that car to the finish line and to have a piece to race with at the end here, Todd?
Yeah, I mean, you got to give a lot of extra room. It all depends. If you get stuck on the bottom, it's tough. If you get on the top and a guy, you know, loses the bottom a little bit, you know, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of luck involved. You know, you got to put yourself in the right positions, but still, at the end of the day, it takes luck not to take on damage here.
Well, you're going to have luck in a couple weeks. You'll
Yeah,
need more than you had at Bristol tonight, but
Yeah,
Bristol
yeah,
you can put a lot of skill in, and sometimes it's just having that short track skill.
yeah. Like I said, I'm a short tracker, but you know, it was kind of like I said, me and Justin were working together there, and you know, I was just running that top line a little harder than I wanted to, and Steve was just getting it turning on the bottom, and yeah, I mean, he just managed his stuff, and you know, we had a pretty good race, so I can't complain. You know, getting through it all and getting to the end, and some nights that's going to happen, but we're going to take the positives out of it and move on.
So what do you think? What do you think could have been differently there, where you could have got the car up a couple of spots, where you might have been able to hold the 27 car off and possibly even get around the 30?
Yeah, I think when I had the fresh tires, I think if I had got aggressive and tried to get around Justin there earlier, because he had some more damage there after that hit. So I think I had the faster car, but just kind of played it safe. Sometimes when you play it safe, comes back to bite you. But again, I didn't realize Steve was lurking back there like that and getting ready to come at us like that. But and again, you know, he put a great pressure on, and I smacked the wall and almost came down into him. So I did everything I could not to have that happen. So real happy that you know, there was no contact between me and Steve, and he was able to you know, go out there and earn the win. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, and you got to win this season. So your next one's obviously going to be win number 2. Kansas, New Hampshire. Where are we going to see this next win at, Todd?
Oh man, wherever I can qualify the best and stay out of the wall, probably. But I don't know. The competition's tougher. You never know who's gonna. Yeah, there's 8, 9, 10 guys here that on any given night you're just like, wow.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's really hard to call. The only thing you could do is put some laps in, get your pit strategy, know what your tires are doing, talk to your teammates, and do your best, but you just never know who's going to come out and wow you. So,
Man, we can look at those results and just see the different drivers that have won, and that tells you right there how tough the competition is.
yeah, and that's cool, man. That's what we're here for. ASL, all the guys put on a great show here. So, I mean, that was a great race for Bristol. I mean, there were times where I seen three wide, and two wide, 3 rows back, and where I thought surely we were going to have some big trouble, and almost every time they made it out of it. And I haven't seen too many races at Bristol with that kind of racing. So
right, and then that long run you had at the end, that was just insane.
Yeah. Like I said,
was there a point though? Was there a point that you were kind of like, "Come on, caution, come on"?
When Justin was out there, like I said, he's my teammate. We work together. I helped him in there in qualifying. We were working on some qualifying work in practice, and he slipped one in on me tonight there on that pole because I had to quit car, but yeah, he came in. I ran like an 18. I'm like, I went a little easy. Then Justin popped at 11, so I had to break his stones a little bit about that. But like I said, got a good team. Pat's on the team.
That's what teammates are about, right?
Yeah, especially here. I mean, for me to go up there and challenge him really hard there on that last run, wouldn't have did either one of us any good. One of us was going to win if we both didn't have a heavy mistake. And like I said, that comes from the pressure from Steve. Without that pressure, I mean, he got us both. So, I mean, that's a
good team effort tonight, though. Second and third, you can't really complain.
One of us needed to get the job done. But we go back, we take it as a team, and Steve's fast. You know what I mean? He's great with his tires. There's a lot of times where you kind of lose track on where he's at,
right,
until he's right on you. So
looked like it was the case tonight.
It sure was. But we still had to.
He showed up and it was like surprise.
He did. But we still had the preferred line, and like I said, without all that pressure, I mean, one of us, me and Justin, were going to win it. But,
well, he makes you he makes you have to be perfect. And
he does, and times when you don't even realize it,
right?
Where you might just relax a little bit, maybe run that right front a little too hard, and
yeah.
And next thing you know, it's like he's on the inside of me. Like I'm like, man, how is he doing that?
I don't even think the fans understand that how much pressure that is when
it is.
You got a driver that's
high sides.
You got a driver that's not only is he catching you, but he's working the bottom of the track.
He's working the bottom. There's nothing worse.
It just.
We're all good here, and we're all kind of friends. And last thing you want to do is bounce off the wall and take a guy out, but you want to run as hard as you can, to hold the spot. And
well, you bounced the wall, and it looked like you jerked it back to the right to keep it up there. So
that's exactly what I did. Because if not, I was going to get to Steve, and he gave me plenty of room. So, like I said, we'll take the third there. It's Bristol, a lot of stuff going on.
Well, great race for you for sure, and even for Justin, but. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty confident I'll be talking to you after Kansas next week. So
we're gonna give it a good shot. Got to get the qualifying effort together, and been doing good the last few weeks. Good in the points, got the win. It's just a matter of putting it together and keeping an eye on the competition there during the race, not to outrun our stuff. And I think that'll get us back to the victory lane.
Absolutely, Todd. Do you got any shout outs or thanks you want to throw out there tonight?
Just the ASL guys, the Elite Series here with Butt Kicker, WFO, Racing Network, boom.
Thank you.
Kitty Cat, boom, bam. Kitty Cat Coin, Cousin Jess is out there. I have to go answer to her about this. And,
and she's week in and week out. I'm telling you that.
Sir.
She is in there, and first one in the chat usually. First one in the chat.
I get my message when I need to go practice and get ready for the races. So, it's cool to have somebody out there rooting for you, and we're having fun, and that's what counts. And we'll be back, and we're gonna try to get that championship this year.
Well, I'll tell you, like I said, I'll talk to you next week at Kansas. I'm pretty certain of that. So
appreciate that, Vern. Appreciate it.
Always got the confidence, and there's a couple more of those tracks. I think New Hampshire, probably 3 weeks in a row. Bristol, Kansas, New Hampshire. Yeah, Talladega, though, it's kind of a crapshoot. So we'll get you back in the booth after that. Texas, Las Vegas, Phoenix.
Sounds good, buddy.
Man, you got one race left before the chase, Todd, and then the chase is on. So good luck to you. Go kick some butt.
That's it.
We know what
Appreciate it,
you can
Vern.
do, man. Go get you a
Thanks a
championship
lot.
this season.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, buddy.
Have a
All
good
right, have
one.
a good night.
Yep.
Thank you.
So that was Todd Cray, your top 3 right there. Oh, I said I was tired earlier, and I think I am. But we got results to go through real quick, but we talked about it a little bit with the drivers, and I'm just going to go over the schedule with you real fast. If you want to see the schedule, you can go to the link in the broadcast there, and it'll take you to the American Sim Racing League's website, where you can click on the schedule, the standings, or anything that you want to see. But I'm going to check. Let me check points. Let's see if they're. Yes, they are. They're updated quickly, so that puts Avila on the bubble, and now Levi Allen. Good points night for him, so he's just outside looking in. Holland's going to drop a couple spots back there to 14th, and him and Avila missed tonight, so Avila missing's going to put him right on the bubble. It's going to move Holland off the bubble and back a couple of spots, so outside looking in there. Jesse Bennell, Ray Polking, and guys that were a driver that was outside looking in coming into tonight that's in the top 10, Jerry Cochran III. So he's one of the names that I see that was just outside that is sitting 10th in points, so he's in the good now. And where it's really going to matter is next week when we basically get to the final regular season race before we start the chase on March 19th at New Hampshire. So Kansas next week, that's going to lock the 12 drivers in for the championship. Nothing else is. That right there alone will lock those 12 drivers in for the championship, and it's going to be a good one. So Kansas will be our next broadcast. That's going to be on March 12th, 8:20 p.m. Eastern Time. And you'll catch us right here on the WFO Racing Network on YouTube. And this is the American Sim Racing League's Elite Series. Tonight, great racing at Bristol Motor Speedway. These guys put on a great show. So, congratulations again to the top 3, and especially right here, the 27-car Steve Yenish. We're going to pull up some results for you. Take a look at them before we get out of here tonight. And I'm going to cue up a little bit of background music so we can go through those results. Have it somewhere. There it is right there. We'll get it restarted. Here we go. Let's pull up those results for you. P1 tonight. Talk to him in the booth here. 27-car Steve Yenish back in second. The 30, Justin Gann. Todd Cray's 21-car. Going to bring it home third. Tyler Seville in the 11-car. He was fourth. And fifth was the 53 of Thomas McBride. While the 72 of Jerry Cochran III brought it home sixth. And seventh was the 89 of Jeff Yenish. Levi Allen, eighth place in the 97 car. 90 car, Kyle Bromer in ninth. Jason Day's 52 car rounding out the top 10 here at Bristol tonight. 11th position, 9 car Adam Madsen. Charlie Woods in the 40 car. He brought it home 12th. 13th position was the 75 of Chuck Sweeting. Back in 14th, the Wayne Hunt in the 19. 96 car, Jesse Bennell, 15th. Bentley Glacier, 24 car, back in 16th position. 17th. The 7 car, Hunter Waters. 62 car, Stephen Ayers Jr. bringing it home 18th. The gentleman right there, Gary May in the 5 car. He was in the 19th position. Rounding out the top 20, the 46 of Ray Polking. 21st tonight, the bootlegger. He had a rough night out there on the racetrack. Talking about the driver, the 17 car, Tommy Haynes. Another driver, man, started 15th, worked his way up there into the top 4. And then had some bad luck hit on his first night at the American Sim Racing League was the 86 of John Sanu. Right behind him, another driver. A little bit newer sim racing equipment, but not quite the luck he needed at Bristol Motor Speedway, the 12 of Cody Williams in 23rd. The guy I talked to pre-race, Landon Cardulo in the 13, brought it home 24th tonight. He had some bad luck as well. 25th was the 93 of Patrick DeSalinere. The 91 of Levi Pullen was 26. 85 car Jacob Zala 27, and then 28 the 73 Joseph McWhorter. And that's going to do it for your results tonight at Bristol Motor Speedway, and that's probably going to close it out for me as well. It's been a lot of fun. I'm Vern Bradley in the booth once again. I enjoyed it. I'm looking forward to coming back next week for Kansas. Looking forward to starting a chase after that. Who's going to win the championship? Which driver's going to do it? Is it going to be your favorite driver? It'll definitely be mine because I like watching all these guys win. And if they could all win every week, I would will them to do that. I promise you. But they can't. And we're going to have one winner every week, and there's going to be one champion at the end of the season. Hopefully it's your favorite driver, but you'll never know if you don't tune in. Make sure you like the stream. That's for the drivers. Like, comment if you want to, subscribe to the channel. And we'll see you back here at 8:20 p.m. Eastern next Sunday night for the final regular season race before we start the chase for the championship. Thank you.